Welcome back to another episode, Cardiac Sports. Brandon, Jim, we are here.
What's up, man?
How we doing?
I'm all right, bro. St. John's out of it. That was it.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
it. End of the road.
Hey, they played Duke really good though.
Mm-hmm.
They played them really well. I didn't really get to watch too much of that game. I just seen
Yeah.
barely any of it.
Yeah.
But
I just caught the highlights. I was too busy working.
yeah, it's I
I
mean,
mean, you can't take nothing away from the man. Rick Pitino took him on a run. It was a good
yeah.
run. You know?
I
It
mean
was good.
Duke is a powerhouse.
Yeah, they're not
Um,
nobody.
yeah, they are definitely a powerhouse. Who is it? Cameron Boozer. He balled out. He went 22 and
Yeah.
10. He went 22 and 10. You know, what's cool though, I don't know, you know me, I love stats,
Mm-hmm.
and I kinda love when good things in history repeat themselves. So, in 2001, Duke played Arizona in the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Duke beat them 82-72. They're on a collision course to meet again
Yeah. Yeah.
25 years later. 25 years later. So, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. See them. And the way it's looking, it's heading in that direction.
And
Duke has to get by Purdue, who's man.
well, I mean, yeah.
Right now the
Hold on.
surprise is Tennessee.
Tennessee taking out Iowa State 76-62.
Yeah, I mean by 14. I
Yeah.
didn't see that one coming because Iowa State was balling.
Yeah. That game and the Michigan Alabama, the only two kind of games that were like blowouts
Yeah,
to any degree.
and I'm surprised Iowa State got blown out like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we got Duke UConn, so we'll see what
That
the Huskies
that's
do
a good
with Duke.
matchup.
Yeah, it
That's a
is.
good matchup, man. I mean, say what you want about Duke, they're not out of the woods yet. They're not out of the woods
Yeah,
yet. Danny Hurley don't play. Danny Hurley's not messing around. I'm. I think I got Duke winning it, but I think it's not going to be a cakewalk
yeah. It wouldn't be
for
surprising if
Duke.
yeah they came
Yeah,
back and
if we come on the next day and say, "Wow, can you believe UConn won?" Like, that surprised me.
yeah.
You know, it's it's not a community college, so
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I mean, it is Danny Hurley. It's not. He's not nobody. So yeah, that would have
yeah,
surprised me. I'm actually
exactly.
really looking forward to that game. I wanted it to be St. John's UConn. That would have been really interesting.
Yeah,
You know, two Northeastern teams going at it like that. Uh, but you got Michigan just murdered Alabama. It looks like, and yeah, the only two close games was St. John's Duke and UConn Michigan State.
yeah.
Those are the only ones. Everything else was just like those other guys didn't have a chance.
And today
You know,
you got Iowa versus Illinois, and
Purdue versus Arizona.
yeah, Arizona and Purdue. And tomorrow's Duke,
That
UConn, Michigan, Tennessee.
ooh, you see the number for the Michigan Tennessee game?
The spread?
Yeah, both games tomorrow. The spreads are small, and they got the UConn. The spread for Duke UConn is 4.5,
Yeah,
4.5. So
yeah,
even they know it's not going to be that easy.
yeah. I mean, Tennessee's been playing really good. I mean,
Yeah,
Michigan should beat them, but the way this tournament's going, you never know.
it's like we say when it comes to pro sports, more so NFL, MLB. It's another season.
Yeah,
You know, this is the time where it's like it's put up or shut up, and a different kind of a different team shows up. Either another level of that great team, or they just fall flat.
yeah,
Um, I think, I think if you got to ask me, I think it's going to come down to the wire. UConn Duke. It's going to come down to the wire. I don't see it even being like the Duke Saint.
it just depends on who can guard Cameron
Hmm.
Boozer because
Yeah.
he was he was Boozer the Bruiser in
Hmm.
that St. John's game. He was just
Yeah.
bodying guys up. He
He
was
put up
making
with
it
a
look. Looked
The
real
38 burger
easy.
he put up?
22.
22?
He was just getting in
Heck
there
was
to
I
that
looking at
rim.
then? What was I looking at? Hold on, Cameron Boozer. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, I'm
yeah, he
looking at the
was
darn minutes.
yeah,
I don't have
he
my
was getting to
glasses.
that rim. He was
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
getting to that
22
rim.
points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and his brother 7 points, 2 rebounds. Now it's like the Martin twins all over again.
Yeah, so
You know, another level. Another
yeah.
level of Martin twins though.
Yeah. Well, and these guys, they'll be in the NBA next year.
No, without question. They're both getting drafted.
They will definitely be in the NBA
They're
next
both
year.
getting drafted. That's without a doubt. That is without a doubt. And then how did the women's do?
Well, speaking of Duke, my UCLA Lady Bruins play them tomorrow, and they are balling.
Really?
Yes, they
Okay.
are. They're looking good. Um, they played Minnesota last night on Friday,
Mhm.
March 27th. Minnesota 56, UCLA 80.
Yeah, they blew them out, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're looking good. They are
Yeah.
definitely looking good.
And then to no surprise, UConn women's beat NC UNC.
Yeah,
They destroyed them.
they had a scare and, oh, no, you know what? I was thinking about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was something else. I was
Okay.
another game I was thinking about.
Okay. You mixed apples and wrenches right now?
Yeah.
And then you said today, Michigan, Louisville, Texas, Kentucky, and South Carolina versus Oklahoma. We haven't spoken about South Carolina.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
I mean, Dawn Staley, she's been
Yeah.
a really good coach ever since she's entered the league.
Absolutely. And then you got TCU, Virginia. It's
Mhm.
all today. The
Yeah.
4 games today. Which one stands out to you to most out of these 4?
Let me see here. Let me look at it. So, okay, you have number 1 Texas versus number 5 Kentucky.
Mhm.
If you look at the point spread, 14.5,
Mhm.
that's interesting. 14 and a
Yeah.
half. I mean, they're a number 5 seed. You guys are disrespecting them that much? That's
Yep.
that's kinda crazy. I mean, they're a number 5 seed. It's not like 5 is chopped liver.
And don't think teams,
Mm,
coaches, that they don't look at the numbers.
yeah, and then South Carolina, who is really, really good, number 4 Oklahoma, they have them by 17.5. I
Yeah.
mean, it I know the seeding kinda doesn't really mean anything when it comes to especially on the women's side,
Mhm.
because they can I mean, look at what UConn did to North Carolina. I believe let me see, is this the one I was yeah. I mean, they blew them out by 21 points. 21 points, and they're a 4
Yeah.
seed. They're a 4. Now that just shows you the strength and power when you on the women's side, when you get that number 1 seed, it's because you had a super dominant season like UConn did. I mean, what UConn was right now they're 37 and 0. 37 and 0.
And like you said a few days ago, I mean, no losses. They haven't lost.
Yeah, 37 and 0.
They don't know
It's in
they don't
it's in
like.
yeah, it's insane. South Carolina's lost they're 33 and 3. Texas is also 33 and 3. UCLA is 34 and 1. I
At
mean,
all.
it's just,
But
you
it's
know
just funny. I say that because it's like the way UConn with no wins. So it's like, oh, there's a blemish for UCLA. They had
yeah, I
one
know.
loss.
Better step your game up. They're on a win streak of UCLA's on a win streak of 28. So on that 29th game, they lost.
You're slacking,
Yeah, come on, step it up, ladies.
you slackers.
Yeah.
Off topic, real quick, real quick. Speaking of slackers, James Tolkien, actor, played the principal in Back to the Future, just
Mhm.
passed away.
Oh, man.
Hence me
Yeah.
saying slackers. Yeah, just passed. 96. I'll sign up for that.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
had a life.
he had a life. He had a life. But anyway, yeah, I digress.
Do you think he would
uh,
like to go back to the future?
no, yeah. I'll be honest with you. not to go on a dark path. There's going to be a time I just not going to want to be here anymore.
Yeah, especially the way this future's looking.
Yeah, life is exhausting though.
Yeah.
Just life is
Oh,
exhausting.
how about we make a movie called Going Back to the Past when it was nice?
Going
Yeah.
back to the past. Yeah, I like to do that.
Yeah. Man,
The good old days.
the good old
But
days.
anyway, yeah.
Speaking of good old days, you know who's had some good old days? Is your Yankees. The good old days. And so the Yankees, they hold a lot of records. You know, they've been around a long
Mhm.
time. They've had a lot of
Of course. Yeah.
Hall of Famers and this and that. Something really interesting to me though is in this long, great history of Yankee baseball,
Mhm.
this is the first time, the first 2 games they've shut teams out.
Yes.
The first time in Yankee history they
Mhm.
shut the first 2 games out.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
they I could be wrong. I should go back and look at the let me go look at the stats, but
Uh-huh.
if I recall them saying when I had the game on yesterday and the day before, I think they've only given up maybe a total of 5 hits?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's 10 runs and 0
Let's see.
for the opponents.
So yesterday, they only gave up 1 hit,
Yeah.
right? And then let's go to opening day. If it lets me get to opening day, come on. Yeah, 4 hits in the first 2 games.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
impressive.
And granted, 2 good pitchers. So I don't want to take nothing away from Max Fried and Cam Schlittler.
Yeah.
Some say holy Schlittler.
Yeah.
You know, that's not
Would you
me.
say
That's not
would you
me,
say
guys.
"Oh, mama"?
Hey, it could be worse. Some could throw an Adolf in there. You don't want to do
Yeah.
that. You don't want to. I'm not doing that. Some people will toe that line. I'm not doing that. But Max Fried pitched. He was superb, even though he didn't help you out. He was 1 strikeout away from getting you your money.
Yeah.
Cam Schlittler was stupendous. He might have had, I think, let's go back and look. I think he had 8 strikeouts. So the point I'm trying to make is
Yeah, he did. 8 strikeouts.
8 strikeouts, right? How many innings? You're looking at it right now?
Yeah. 5 innings.
5 innings.
Yeah.
In 5 innings, 8 strikeouts. That's good.
Yeah.
So some will say, you're gonna have people. There's always 2 sides to look at it. Now, was the Yankee pitching that good, or because the Giants offense was really bad?
Well,
Depends on how you want to look at it.
I don't think the Giants' offense is bad, though. I mean,
Okay.
the Yankees are making them look really, really bad.
Oh,
But
yeah, absolutely.
I came into and it's only 2 games in, but I came into the season thinking, "Okay, the Giants and the Padres, once again, and the Dodgers, they're gonna just be going at it." And so
Hmm.
far, Giants, no, they're not.
Yeah,
They're not.
yeah. Well, you.
Or the
I mean,
Padres. The Padres are 0-2 also.
well, I also heard. Well, so that you know they lost to the hand of your Dodgers. Arizona's 0-2. So
Yeah.
you guys are leading the division crazy now.
We're we're the only ones that have won. Nobody else has a win
Lost.
yet. So it's
I mean, Colorado, they still in the league or
yeah,
they're
they're
in
0-1.
little league?
They're
I'm
0-1.
I'm teasing. They're just such a bad organization.
Yeah, they're
I don't even count them when I talk about the NL West right now, only because they're just
I mean,
by no fault of their own. I mean,
so,
Colorado. Do you guys even talk about them?
we talk about, how they're, the bottom dwellers. Seems like
Exactly.
every year, like,
And if there's anybody good in the team, you're trying to get that guy.
the Padres have only scored 4 runs and gave up 13 in 2 games. So,
And look, and I'm going to say this. Yes, it's good to start off 2-0. I like the way the Yankees look. I don't make big deals out of especially the first game,
yeah,
bro, period.
yeah,
April, period. Because well, let's address the elephant in the room. Aaron Judge, up until yesterday, 2-run homer to finally get them on the board.
yeah.
You had people panicking, and I'm speaking about negative, paranoid, spoiled, pain in the neck Yankee fans that make a big deal out of everything, good or
Well,
bad.
Well, I think what's going on though with him is because
and the
it's
haters
the
as well.
it's the hangover from the WBC. People he was still fresh in people's minds. That's why
Mhm.
it's making people still continue on that. But so
No,
I
that's a
mean,
good point.
that's good that
Mhm.
he did that yesterday because yeah,
He
people
needed to.
you know
And
how it
it
is.
and, you know, him growing up a Giant fan, that was pressure too. People forget that because he was booed in, you know, technically his hometown. He's not from San Francisco, but he's
Yeah.
a Northern California boy, grew up a Giants fan.
Well, and
So he
remember
got
they
booed. He
offered
also
him
snubbed them more
yeah,
than the
yeah.
Yankees. He
Yeah, they
offered them
offered him
more.
a lot of money and he said no.
Yeah. So, I mean, Judge is also an outlier when it comes to free agents where he didn't go to the highest bidder. The Giants and the Padres even off up the ante too after their initial offer. He
Yeah.
said no. You
Yeah.
know? But yeah, he kind of needed that. That was good for him. He needed that to just to get it out the way. Just
Yeah.
get it out the way already.
Yeah.
Because he was looking abysmal. And it did look like a bleed over from the WBC.
Yeah, that's all that was. That was just people still talking. They were on that, "What's Judge gonna do?" train, and then he strikes
Mm-hmm.
out 3 times in opening day, and then I'm glad he got that monkey off his back. But on the flip go ahead.
Go. No, no, and that was just real quick before you do the flip side. And to be fair, he has done some good things in big spots. He has. He hasn't been Captain Clutch. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I don't think his career's not over, so I don't want to say that defines his career because how many people have they said that about and they finally answered the bell? They said it by A-Rod for years, remember?
I mean, just like Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw
Thank you. Thank you.
was
Thank you.
great during the regular season,
And
and
his
then
MO was he stinks in the postseason.
yeah, until he finally got over the hump.
Until he did, and
And
so
now,
did and A-Rod finally got over the hump as well, and
yeah,
people get over these humps, you
yeah,
know?
you know,
You know who people forgot about? And I'll let
how
you get back to the point you wanted to make. I just thought of this today because he finally played
yeah,
who was supposed to be the best hitter at the time. He was the Aaron Judge and the Ohtani
yeah.
before these guys are what they are now. Mike Trout. Remember
That's
Mike Trout
no,
was
that's who
he
that's what I was gonna get into. That's what I was
there
gonna
you
say on
go.
the
Well,
flip side.
Mike Trout was the last WBC who struck out in the last out
Yeah, and
to
who's
Ohtani.
and yeah. Well,
Mike
and
Trout.
I mean, you see what he's doing. In 2 games, 2 home runs, 4 hits, and he's not DHing. He's back in center field. He's playing center field. He's not just sitting
Big time.
around hitting.
That was big time.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
now again, 2 games in, he has a history of injuries, and I really hope he could just go on and play. He hasn't played over 150 games in 10 years.
Mhm.
So, I mean, the odds are against him to
It's
do that,
wild.
but for him to be back out there and then, sometimes I don't know if loyalty is a good thing because I don't feel like they're being loyal to him as he's being loyal to the Angels organization. So, I mean, he could have very
And
easily packed his bags up and went to, back home. The Yankees, the
Philly.
Mets, the
Yeah.
Phillies,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
could have
because he's a
very
South
easily
Jersey
done
guy,
yeah,
and he was interested in playing in one of those 3 teams because that's the area. And to piggyback on what you said about loyalty, I agree with you on that because what happened to the Angels organization? Do you remember when, like, the Angels, they used to compete with when the Yankees were the top 2 Yankees and the Red Sox were the top 2 teams spending money?
yeah.
Angels were up there too.
Was this
They don't even
before
try.
Artie Moreno?
No, during Artie Moreno, remember, Artie
I don't know
Moreno
what happened
signed
with him.
Vladimir Guerrero
Yeah,
and, you know?
I don't know what happened with
The m
him. You know what? Did you hear what he said? They asked him. He said, according to these are his words. I might be twisting them up a little bit, but his words were the Angels winning is not one of the top 5 things that our fans like. Why would you even be a sports fan if you're just okay with your team losing? I don't see it. There's no way. I mean, I with my Rams, I went through that and my Dodgers,
Mhm.
you know, before 2020,
Now, just to be clear, with your Rams and your Dodgers, with your Rams, you're talking about Georgia Frontiere
yes.
when she owned them. And with your Dodgers, you're talking about the McCourt era.
Exactly.
Just to be clear to the audience, so they know what fakakta owners we're talking about.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, um, this is where if I'm Mike Trout, I'm looking for a trade. I'll tell you when. Shohei Ohtani, right? When he was an Angel, they decided not to trade him,
Yeah.
right? Fine. I'm thinking you're gonna make a push to keep him. And the story out there was all Shohei asked match what the Dodgers gave me. Shohei wanted to stay there.
Yeah.
He wanted to stay there. He wanted to help build that team. They were like, I'm good. So if I'm an Angel fan, I am furious. I'm like, hold on. So you didn't sign him. Fine. That's a big number. I can understand a lot of teams not wanting to go there. I can understand that.
Yeah.
You're not cheap if you don't want to pay a guy 700 million. That doesn't make you cheap. Okay. That's a big number. That's a
That's a
lot to
huge
commit,
number.
right? You know what I mean? Up until Soto was the biggest number.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. You don't tell me that you didn't know the temperature of what they were looking for before the season ended. Don't think behind closed doors. They don't check the temperature. I mean, what is the ballpark figure you're looking for? No pun intended. And with that being said, they could have said, then we got to trade him. So if we're not going to sign him because we're not even going in that neighborhood that he's looking for, let's get something for him. Jim, they could have
Exactly.
got a king's ransom for him. Even though he would have been a rental for another team, they could have traded him to the Dodgers. The Dodgers
Exactly.
had
They let him walk.
you let him just go to the Dodgers and you have nothing to show for it, man. That's, to me, as an objective baseball fan, I think that's a disgrace
Yeah.
because that season, all you saw with billboards was like you see in LA, Otani's everywhere, right? So you saw Otani all over Orange County, even in LA as an Angel. As soon as they lost him, you know what the next billboard is? Get 4 tickets for $44 and you get
Yeah.
hot dogs. And like, really? You're not even advertising a player.
They're not even trying. And then here's the terrible part about it. So
And you're stuck with Rendon.
not terrible for the Dodgers, but terrible for the Angels and their fans is that then he comes over. They give him this big contract, 700 million, and he says, "I'll defer that. I'm going to defer that money. You could pay me later on down the line after my Dodger playing career is over." So
Mhm.
he's solidifying the bag. Even if he gets injured,
Mhm.
he's still getting $2 million a year. $2 million. I mean, that's not chump change, but that's when you look at that big
I mean,
$700 million bag.
comparing to other players that don't even sniff his
Yes.
talent,
Yeah.
that's nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
That's nothing.
and then in all his Angel career, zero to show for. Zero. I mean, personal stats, yes, but team, no. Comes to the Dodgers, back-to-back World Series. Back-to-back World Series. I mean, and then not only that, he has one of the greatest games playing against the Milwaukee Brewers. 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts. That's nobody that's I mean, maybe someday somebody's going to match that. It's not going to be
Right.
anytime soon.
No. I'm looking here, man. Bro, his signing bonus with the Angels in 2017.
Yeah.
Signing bonus. This just already tells me the contract was already a joke compared to his all-worldly talent.
Yeah.
2.3 million signing bonus. It's not even AI is not even telling me like what the total value of the contract was. But that is absolutely insane. And people were chomping at the bit. They were salivating over this guy.
Yeah.
I think, and you know me, I've never been an Angel guy because they're American League and they've always given the Yankees a hard time, even when they stink. It's just that team. It just doesn't matter who's on the team. It's just a weird thing.
Yeah.
But I think I feel bad for Angel fans. I really do. I really do because they are loyal. They are loyal. Even when I go to Yankee Angel games, it turns into the Bronx West. It's still it's like they show up. I just think it stinks. But then, you know, they don't sign him. Didn't even look like they had intentions of signing him. But then if you look at the bad contract signings, like Anthony Rendon, Jim, Anthony Rendon, Anthony
Is he
Rendon,
is he on the team this year?
he's under contract. I don't know if he's playing,
Yeah,
and he's
because
a
I
piece of work. He's a piece
yeah.
of work. The guy is always injured. I don't fault guys for being injured. I always think it's ridiculous. Like you get frustrated when a player you like gets injured. Yes, it's frustrating, but it's frustrating for them too. You think they go, "Yay, I'm injured. I can't play." They want to up their stats. They want to win. They
Yeah.
don't like, "Oh, I'm great. I'm still getting paid." I don't think they think that way. Anyone that does, I mean, well, that's awful, and they shouldn't admit that. But Anthony Rendon, so he gets injured a lot, and then he has an attitude about it that he's not living up to his contract, be it not being available due to injury or just not playing good when he is playing. So you take the bad Anthony Rendon contract and they're not even trying to keep Shohei. Jim, if that was the Dodgers did something like that, you call them a disgrace, wouldn't you?
I mean, and it wouldn't just be me.
There'd be an outcry.
Oh, it definitely.
So take that. You know how like Yankee fans are in the Hall of Fame of complaining. They are. The look, you see all the stuff in the background. It's all Yankees, and I'm a diehard Yankee fan. I'm a Yankee nerd, right? But I'm honest about my fellow fans. When I listen to them on the radio, and not all of them, because there's fans that are like me that think rational and actually read and pay attention. But there's some that's like, some of them are. It depends. There's levels of annoying Yankee fans. There's the ones that of a younger generation that grew up during the 90s, so they're spoiled. Then you have the old guys, like the boomers, the let's go back to the old days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That watched Mantle and stuff like that, and Joe Pepitone and Phil Rizzuto, right? Where they can be annoying too. Then you have me, guys from our age that you remember. Yankees stunk in the 80s. They stunk. So when I see people complaining now, I'm like, when I was a kid in the 80s, after they lost in the 81 World Series, they weren't going to the playoffs anymore. And it just got worse, 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 worse. And everyone put, Steinbrenner, who got put on this pedestal. No, when I was a kid, he was known as a jerk.
Yeah.
He was known as a jerk. He was a bad guy. He did a lot of bad things. And any Yankee fans listening, they could say it's blasphemy. Go watch the Bronx Zoo documentary on Peacock and then tell me I'm wrong. I'm just saying the truth. It's not even an opinion I'm giving. I'm giving you facts, history, you know? But in the words of Michael Kay, winning's the ultimate deodorant. So when he started winning, going back to the winning ways, bringing it back to the late 70s, people forgot about that.
Yeah.
How to get rid of, bad things you did is do good things. That's how you get rid of that.
Yeah.
That's just the world. We're in the world. We live in recency bias. It's
Yeah.
the way it is.
What have
Remember
you
when
done for
Kobe
me
Bryant got
lately?
into yeah. So remember when Kobe Bryant, after the Shaq Kobe era, not to get into basketball, but just to give an example, after they lost to the Detroit Pistons in '04, what happened? Then he got caught. He got caught cheating, got
Yeah.
accused of rape. Wasn't looking good in LA for the Lakers, right? It was looking bad. Shaq leaves, right? All this stuff, right? Oh, Kobe was starting to get the reputation. Oh, he's selfish. It needs to be his team. Remember all these,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and that's not my opinion, but that was a general perception,
Yeah.
nationally and locally, right? Like even you were a little annoyed, like, dang, bro, we freaking broke up the band,
Yeah.
right? And
Just
they
think
didn't
about
even
how
go
many
to the
more
play.
championships they could have won together.
Exactly. Shaq in his first 2 years, he's already a contender with Dwayne Wade, wins the championship.
Mhm.
And Kobe and the Lakers with Kwame Brown, they didn't even sniff the playoffs, right?
And that's the thing with that time is, when they say he doesn't pass the ball, who do you want
Mhm.
him to pass the ball to? Who else do you want
Exactly.
taking the shot?
Exactly.
You know?
And yeah, he didn't have Derek Fisher anymore.
Who do you
There was
want
no more Robert Ory.
yeah,
They were all gone.
Smush Parker, you want him taking the shot? Really?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Like,
But what happened? You forgot about all that when
Pau Gasol
they
came.
get Pau Gasol and they won again.
Yeah.
They won back-to-back championships. Not just they won back-to-back championships, they went to the finals 3 years in a row. Winning is the ultimate deodorant. All fans care about is winning,
Yeah.
okay?
Well,
That's just
not
the way it
not
is.
according to Artie Moreno.
Sorry. I guess in Anaheim,
Yeah.
according to Artie Moreno.
Yeah.
Look, not that it means anything, not that it means anything, but Artie Moreno's not even from the state of California.
Yeah.
And I say that because Steinbrenner is from the Cleveland area of Ohio, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? We talked about this off the air the other day,
Yeah.
which it was to your chagrin. You didn't even know he wasn't from New York.
Yeah.
But I say that is like sometimes it's okay if you're not from the area, right? I mean, Magic Johnson's from Michigan. So who cares, right? Who cares where they're from? It's about having the pulse of the area that you either own or play in
Yeah.
or coaching. Steinbrenner had the pulse of New York City. I don't think Artie Moreno has the pulse of Southern California. For starters, he came in and changed the name because he thought it was good for marketing.
Yeah.
This is what bothered me about that. And we'll get back to opening day. I'm just getting on a little Artie Moreno like tirade here. I don't know if you remember when he decided to change the name to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. He goes,
Yeah.
"It's for marketing reasons."
Exactly.
But we're not going to sell, and he's right. We're not going to have any merchandise, the jerseys or anything. Nothing's going to say Los Angeles. So what are you marketing? I don't understand.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And to be honest with you, if he wanted to get away from the name Anaheim, which not for nothing, man, Anaheim, it's an actual city. There's a lot happening in Anaheim. I mean, there's a
A
Disneyland.
lot.
There's a lot
I
of
mean,
things to do. And yeah, so it's not like
it's one of
Anaheim
the
is a
biggest
podunk town.
destination. It's one of the biggest destination spots because Disneyland.
I'm a season pass holder. I'm there all the time. There's a lot going on in Anaheim. If it works for a hockey team, why wouldn't it work for a baseball team? And I don't mean that as any disrespect to hockey, but the hierarchy in American team sports, baseball's above hockey. And even if you wanted to go away from the name Anaheim for argument's sake, California Angels worked for years, that name. As a matter of fact, that's what made the Angels unique. I actually like the name California Angels. They're the only professional team in the state named after the state. Think about that. I thought it was a great name. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It doesn't bother me because they don't play in Los Angeles. Remember, like my team plays in New Jersey, although they play in New Jersey, the area is still called the New York metropolitan area. So you can get away with that, right? But Angel fans are primarily in Orange County. The Angel fans that live in LA County, they just want to be that guy. They just want to go against the grain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many do you know? And I mean prior to the 02 World Series, because remember when they were jumping on the bandwagon in LA in 02?
The only I do know one person who is a diehard Angels fan, and he's been an Angels fan a long time. He's like, I don't know, 74 years old. He's been an Angel since like
Oh,
Gene
he's 74
Autry.
years old.
Yeah, since like
Oh,
Gene
wow.
Autry's owned him and stuff.
Mhm,
Yeah, he's been an
mhm.
Angels fan a long time. So
And to be fair to the Angels organization, going back way back, like to when we were little kids, there was a lot to root for in the Angels. I can name some dope players, bro.
Mhm.
Wally Joyner,
yeah,
Reggie Jackson when he left the
Mhm.
Yankees. You know,
Bob Boone.
Bob Boone, Aaron Boone's dad. Hold on, correct me if I'm wrong. Tom Seaver
He
or
might have
Nolan
pitched
Ryan?
over there. I mean, I know him as a Met.
No, hold on. I don't think he did. I think I'm confusing Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, Nolan
Hold
Ryan
on.
definitely did pitch over there.
So it's Nolan Ryan, not Tom Seaver. Yeah, it was Nolan
Yeah.
Ryan. I'm sorry. It's two great Hall of Fame pitchers. I'm confused. So they do have a good history.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be honest, they're a little underrated in terms of their history. They have players, man. They have players, but anyway, yeah, you can't get me started with baseball. Sorry, bro. I know that was Zoftic. You know how I get with baseball.
Yeah, keep
But
getting
anyway,
like that.
yeah, sorry guys. I go on a freaking tailspin. But your Dodgers back-to-back wins.
Yesterday was a struggle, though. I mean, they still pulled it off. It was a struggle, though.
Win is a win, Jim. Win is a
No,
win.
no, it is. It is, but it's how you get to that win. A win is a win in the when you look at the stat line, but
Mhm,
it's, how'd you get there? And,
mhm,
for the first time, we got as Dodger fans, we got to witness Edwin Diaz with the horn blowing as he went in,
mhm.
and I was expecting, I don't remember the guy's name, the one that would play the horn when he would go in, I forgot his name.
Timmy Trumpet.
Yeah, it wasn't him, it was a black woman with an afro.
She looked like, Lenny Kravitz's drummer.
Yeah, yeah, I was like, "No,
Yeah.
yeah, she got down." I
No, she
was
was
ex
bad.
Yeah, I was like, "Shoot, she's good."
Mhm, mhm.
And it was cool, just to see. And when I seen him warming up, I told my
He's
wife, I
bad.
said, "Hey,
He's bad.
he's coming in, and it's not just the pitching, it's the entry walking in." Because I mean, the closest thing that as Dodger fans that we had to that was Eric Gagne. When
I was
when
just about to say Eric Gagne.
you
I
know
was just about to say that.
that
Yes,
was the
Eric Gagne.
closest thing, but
Game over. Remember?
yeah, yeah,
It would say game over.
yeah. But this right here, it was exciting. The lights are down. There's like
Mhm.
flashing lights in the stadium. I
It
mean,
was
entertainment capital. I mean, they're gonna do something.
yeah, it was comparable even when he was a Met, and Met fans would argue about this on the radio with Yankee fans because, most Met fans, if not all Met fans generally, they can't stand the Yankees, rightfully so.
Yeah,
They would compare it to the Mariano coming to the field with, Enter the Sandman,
yeah, oh yeah,
Metallica song.
yeah, yeah,
That was the thing. I don't know if you noticed, so when they honored Mariano Rivera, excuse me, on his, when he retired when he was retiring, I think it was his last game at the stadium, Metallica played it live, which was pretty cool.
yeah. That's real cool. That's real cool.
That was cool. They did it live, as opposed to, like, just playing the music. It was pretty cool, you know?
You
But
know, I
anyway,
was,
yeah,
you
man, so
know, I was as we were talking about the Angels, I was just thinking like I don't ever recall their jerseys ever saying Anaheim across the chest, and
let me see. I
they
think it
don't.
did.
They
They
don't.
don't?
Not right now. So in
No,
2022,
not now, no.
they have their uniforms, they have, it says Los Angeles Angels on the sleeve. Those were their City Connect. But, let me see. While they were known as the Anaheim Angels from '97 to 2004, current official jerseys say Angels, feature a logo, or say Los Angeles. Yeah, pretty interesting. I
And
was
he
thinking
reneged
about
on that.
what's that?
And he reneged on that because there was a time where he said, "There'll never be any merchandise that
Yeah,
says Los Angeles." And he did the reason why he had to say that is because the fans were like the fans in Orange County, they were like, "Come on, man." So there was, Jim, I found it. I found the jersey
yeah,
pre-Artie Moreno.
yeah,
Pre-Artie Moreno.
exactly.
So yeah, it says Anaheim. It actually doesn't it looks kind of cool. Doesn't look hey, I'm gonna pull it up and I'll get it on the screen for you in just a sec.
Yeah, what year
See
was
that?
that?
2001.
When they went to the no, they went to World Series
Year before.
2002.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, that was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
They haven't been repping the city of Anaheim with
Since they won. They won as the Anaheim
yeah,
Angels.
but they're still
And
the Anaheim Angels.
Artie, they haven't won a World Series since Artie's owned them.
Yeah.
The closest they came, I think they lost to the Yankees in the ALCS in '09. I think that's the last time they came close.
They yeah, he's just been a terrible owner for those fans.
And remember, it was a rumor he was going to sell them, and then he pulled the deal off the table. He just
Yeah.
said, "No, I'm not going to sell them."
They also
If
said
I'm
they
a
were gonna
fan, I want them to sell.
yeah, they also said they're gonna move him to Tustin. I mean, they're all over the place.
And to be honest with you, have you ever been to the stadium,
Yeah.
the Big A?
Mhm.
It's a cool location.
Yeah.
There's parking. It's easy to get in and out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's
like anywhere else. There's always going to be traffic going in and out the stadium. I mean, there's no such thing, especially if it's going to be a full house.
Yeah,
But it's not like going to like Dodgers is a pain. You're going
that's
up
yeah.
into a hill, bro. That's a pain, man.
That
I
that
had a
right
buddy of
there
mine visiting.
that right there alone makes me not even wanna go. Yeah, and then they go,
You know when's the last time?
"Hey, take the shorter route, go down Cesar Chavez." "Oh, okay." "No." "How about a helicopter?"
Which they, which they're probably going to change that name, but we'll save that for off the
Yeah,
air.
yeah,
It's a different kind of a show.
yeah,
But anyway, I had a buddy of mine a few years ago. He came to LA for the first time from Brooklyn. He just wanted to see Dodger Stadium. Not a Dodger fan, but he's like me, loves sports, wants to see different stadiums. I said, Papa, there's a good chance we're not gonna be able to see the stadium because it's just not that type of thing where you just pass by and see it. Like,
yeah.
New York, you're on the highway, you could pass by Yankee Stadium. You can go through Queens on the highway, pass by City Field, see the stadiums.
Like Angel
Dodger
Stadium.
Stadium, yeah, like Angel Stadium. I was like, it's like, no, Dodgers it's a
It's
different bird, man.
it's
It's
tucked
like
away.
it's tucked in. It's like the closest we got. And I even went by like when you go to enter the parking lot to go
Yeah,
up the hill. I asked the guy, the security there, I said, sorry, man, I got my friend from out of town. He just wants to see the stadium. Just anywhere it can kind of like peek in. It's like, sorry, bro, I can't let you in. It's closed. All right. Didn't hurt to ask, but so I told my friend, here's a Dodger parking lot. Take a picture. That's the only thing that sucks. It'd be kind of cool to see.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
historical stadium. It'd be kind of cool, but it's Chavez Ravine, man.
yeah. It's
It is what it is, bro. That's
you
the
know,
landscape of the stadium.
when you walk in there, it's beautiful.
Hmm.
When you watch it on TV, they always make sure that they put the sunset in the background. Like last night's game
Hmm.
2 against, the Diamondbacks, it was nice. It was, from the beginning, it was the ring ceremony, and man, those rings are beautiful. The
Hmm.
rings just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger each year
Bigger.
with
I was just about to
everybody.
say that it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was funny because so the top opens up and, they got the field inside,
Really?
and then there's, like, some glass with a little bit of dirt from the field in there, and then
That's
the
awesome.
the boxes, I mean, I'll even take just the box they came in because you open up the box, and when you open it up,
It's like a shoebox.
no, it has a screen inside, like a screen, and, like, when so what they did, so they had everybody come out, they were announcing everybody, they gave them their rings, and then they were gonna do opening pitch, and it was Oral Hershiser. I was like, "Oh, Oral's gonna, throw the opening pitch," and then my wife goes, "What about Clayton Kershaw? He didn't even get one." And Clayton Kershaw's been at the stadium. Next thing you know, you hear Joe Davis come on. He's like, "Oral, what are you doing out there? You got to get back in this booth." And then they said, "Now we are going to have somebody else, a left-handed pitcher, throw the opening pitch." And then Clayton Kershaw came out. And when he opened his box, what was going on TV was going on that screen. It had a live feed on the screen in the box. So you could like,
Wow.
yeah, it was cool. I was like, wow. I was like, I'll
That's
just take the box.
crazy.
You guys can keep the ring.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it was really
These
cool.
rings are getting crazy. I wonder
Yeah.
what the ring's gonna be like 10 years from now.
Oh my it's gonna be like, yeah,
They're not
guys are
gonna give out rings at some point. They're gonna give
guys
out
are gonna be walking around
watches.
like this.
No, it's gonna be bracelets.
Yeah, something. Well, they almost are bracelets.
It's ridiculous. It's like, look, man, there's just too much work going into this, but we got to make bracelets now.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
mean,
that's
I'm
wild.
wondering what the worth is of these things now.
You know what's sad when you hear about players like they're down and out. I
Yeah,
don't want to get into specific players. I won't put their laundry out, but when
yeah,
times are hard and they got to sell their rings,
yeah.
I always find that the saddest thing is like, dang, it's coming down to that. You got to sell your ring, something you work so hard for.
And it does suck, but you know what though? When you have this platform, especially the
Hmm.
guys that were I mean, they all make money. Obviously, some make more than others. It's like anything. It depends on how good you are at your craft. And
Your
that's
finances.
anything. That's anything. But when you're making millions of dollars and you just throw it away because you want to hang out with your boys, you want to show off and buy everybody everything. No, man. What's the guy's name? I can't remember his name right now, but there was
What sport?
football. There was a defensive lineman for the Arizona Cardinals. I can't remember his name right now.
Mhm.
Colin Cowherd was talking to him. He said Colin Cowherd was like, "So what do you got? Like a Ferrari, and how many? What do you got? About 10 bedrooms in your house? This and that." He said, "No, me and my wife, we live in a 2 bedroom condo. I drive a Chevy pickup. She drives a Prius, and I invest my money in businesses." And Colin Cowherd was like, "Wow, okay," because the MO is all these guys when they that's all they want to do. But it's not all
Yeah.
the guys. Look
No.
what a lot of these guys are doing. I mean, love him or hate him, LeBron James is one of the most business savvy guys out there.
Mhm.
I mean,
No, I agree.
he's a billionaire. He's a
Yeah.
billionaire. And my point being is take advantage of your platform. When you have this platform and people want to have you in their commercials and have you doing this and on their shows, take advantage of it and stack that money.
You'll be surprised what players are really good with their money. I'm not surprised because he's been outspoken about, like, how he's good about being good about just being good about money in general is, beast mode, Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
Very good with his money.
Yeah.
He's very good with his money, man. That I think he said that in a post-game interview. I think it was his last hurrah, that was it. And he used a very quotable term, I don't know if you heard, he said, "Be good, take care of your chicken."
Yeah.
That's his colloquialism, taking care of your money. So he's very good with his money. I'll tell you another guy. A lot of people know him as an analyst on ESPN. Bart Scott made some very good investments. Bart Scott's got money.
Yeah.
And you never heard of Bart Scott when he was with the Jets and the Ravens. Oh, he's the highest paid defensive player. And no, nothing, never got no crazy contracts or anything of that nature. But he was good with his money, man. He
Yeah.
owns businesses.
Yeah.
He has money. He has a lot of money. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know how he's on ESPN radio in New
Mhm.
York?
Yeah.
Before that, he was on WFAN, the competitor in New York, and that show got canceled. So when he went to ESPN, he only went, I think one of the reasons why he went there because he was already working with them because he's on TV. So it's part of the mothership. He took a haircut pay-wise, still has money
Yeah.
because he's good with his money. He's just
And he's a good personality on the radio. He tells it like it is. Yeah,
He's
he's
funny.
funny.
He's
Yeah,
funny. He's actually funny. Yeah, he's a funny dude.
yeah.
He's a funny dude, and he always gets the co-host nervous
Yeah.
because you know how you and I, like, we can
Yeah.
go to certain places in our
Yeah.
conversations. Like,
Yeah.
all right, we got to slow down. We got to slow
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. That's why we
We
uh,
want to keep all.
that's why we leave it at the door as soon as this show door opens up.
Yeah, yeah. It's a whole nother conversation as soon as I hit stop record.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But Bart Scott, yeah, sometimes it's like you can see they're getting nervous. They're already having the dump button ready because they never know what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
He's a box of chocolates kind of guy. He
Yeah.
can go Howard Stern mode.
Yeah. And that's great. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So what do we got today? What do we have today? We have those some more college basketball games going on. Oh, we have some more baseball games going on. Your Yankees play, my Dodgers play. Women's basketball going on. Also, today is opening day for the UFL. The UFL starts today. It's a football league for people who don't know about it. It
and I
starts
want to
today.
ask you, do you know the teams off the head
Well,
or
that are playing today.
like
The
cities?
well,
I know
the
Texas got most of the league, right?
the
The state of
DC
Texas.
the DC Defenders are playing the St. Louis Battlehawks today. So,
Okay.
I mean, you can always go on. People can go on and Google UFL teams.
Hmm.
So and I believe there's a new Louisville team. I believe it's Louisville. So yeah, we got some more sports today, folks. You got anything else?
Quick note.
Hmm.
Not a golf fan. You're not a golf fan, but Tiger Woods is always news. Today, got into an accident. Car like toppled over and
Yeah.
he was under the influence.
Yeah.
He
Of
took a
what we don't
breathalyzer
know yet.
test. DUI, definitely a DUI. Under the influence is a it's a broad statement. You could be on anything, be
Yeah.
under the influence. He elected to take the breathalyzer, rejected taking a urine test, and obviously that's so he don't incriminate himself because he was probably, we speculate, but it makes sense that
Yeah.
he might have been taking. There might have been other things in his system that would have really got him in trouble. So if he ever does take a urine test again, it's going to be out of his system. But yeah, I hate to see successful people do silly things. I don't like seeing anybody,
Yeah.
make bad decisions and mistakes. The good news is no one got hurt.
Yeah. That's the best news of the whole thing.
That's the best news out of the whole story. But for all those golf fans, that's what's going on. It's a
And
shame.
we'll
It's a
uh,
shame.
we'll look more into that. I personally have not yet. I didn't even know about it yesterday until Brandon told me. But I will look more into it. Let's see what comes out of this. Probably nothing because it's Tiger Woods. He'll just pay somebody off and bury it.
Yeah. I mean,
But
look,
yeah,
he got out of bail already. He made bail already.
yeah, he bailed out today.
I
So
mean,
that I do know.
yeah, that bail money is
Yeah, I think it
it's
was
under his
underneath his.
mattress.
Yeah, yeah, it was couch cushions. He scraped it together. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's nothing. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
So yeah,
Speaking about
well,
good with his money, he's one
yeah,
of them.
yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, that's a wrap. Have a good week, good weekend, all the above, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
All right. Peace.